Okay, now this Hangout is on live, Fernando.
Hi all. So we just joined right now, so everybody can probably see that what we're gonna do. Logesh, can you share the screen? I want to share the screen.
Yeah,
So while we are
you
talking,
can check it on the YouTube.
what's the YouTube link for the people? You have given it properly,
I
right?
have, I have, I have given it on the Facebook groups, and I have
Okay,
also
let
sent
me.
you the.
Okay, so let me check with the people. Are they hearing very well? Let's get this confirmed and let's get it right.
Yeah,
Can you all please confirm if you hear it well?
yeah,
I think we could, right? So let's start it and let's do it. Can I see the YouTube link as well?
yeah. It's on your Skype.
It's on my Skype.
Yeah, can you please
Okay.
delete the YouTube thing?
12 people are watching right now. It's very good. Yeah. So what do you want to delete me?
Yeah, can you please close the browser on your PC which plays YouTube?
I closed it. It's closed.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, let's start it, Lokesh. Share your screen and welcome all. All you guys are watching. We're gonna cover up the on-page SEO dynamics, and we're gonna go down really explaining. You guys can ask questions even on the YouTube. If you guys ask questions, then and there we'll try to reply, or else we'll reply after the webinar. And also, you guys can go and start shooting your questions on the PB Digitimize group. You guys can see that one already. So ask your questions while Logesh is doing. He will flow through the slides which will talk about on-page optimization. This is pretty applicable for any blog, but we're pretty much going to tell you optimization and why you should be doing it for whatever the blogs you build. Even it's a PBN blog, your primary goal should be to build it as a genuine blog that it's done to serve the web. What do you say, Logesh, about that part?
Yeah. So when it comes to
Are we
PBN,
starting? We're starting, right? So let's get on the proper starting thing, right? So then what I said, we'll join me. Let's you start it.
yeah,
So I'll hang it off to Logesh right now.
yeah. So hello people. I'm Lokesh Kumar, Senior SEO Consultant at ClickDo Limited. And today in this live hangout, we are going to discuss about on-page optimization techniques, right? We are going to make it like relatively very simple, and we are going to crack down the codes of the sequence in which you have to do the on-page for
Your
a
screen is
website.
not shared,
Yeah.
Logesh. Your screen is not shared. I'm not seeing it. Ask people on the thing or something because we're not seeing the screen.
Now do you see my screen? It should be live now.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get this clarified because so that we roll it very well for the people.
Yep, sure.
Yes, I see it. Everybody, everything is good, Logesh. It's very clear. So let's
Yeah,
do this one.
yeah, okay. So coming back to the discussion about on-page optimization, in this presentation, we are going to give straightforward tips about on-page optimization, right? So, and we have also prepared the sequence in which you have to do the on-page. So Google will definitely love your site. Okay. And let us start, Fernando. The
Yeah,
first,
let us start this one, right?
yeah,
So let us start this one, the on-page optimization. Guys, comments are very rolling. I'm pretty amazing about how this started to roll off, right? Let's do this one, Logesh. Yeah, efficient title tag. So let Logesh talk about it. And by the way, Logesh, one more thing. You know
yes,
what to expose and what to not and what to do it. But anyway, you know what the point, right? So if you're planning to build, bring any examples or sharing sites,
okay,
I think we should keep our clients outside basically because like
okay,
I had some issues with some clients like on the space stream only channel.
okay,
So yeah, that's a little bit of a thing because guys, like while I'm even talking this one, we just like decided we were like let's do it. Logesh just like our just like he did this one. So let's do this one, Logesh. Yeah.
so an efficient title tag, right? It is relatively very simple. And today you can see many websites which are ranking on top even without having the keyword in title tag and description. Is that correct, Fernando?
Very right, very right. People, we will talk about the power of that, how people trigger that part as well.
Yes, yes, exactly. So people are able to rank in such fashion just without the keyword in title and description. People are able to rank websites. This is purely with on-page optimization. So an efficient title tag is very simple, which describes about that particular page or product or service. But we should keep in mind it should induce the user to click on the results, right? That is the objective of an efficient title tag. So this is the difference. A title tag usually contains a keyword in the start. Forget it. Now, an efficient title tag is something which would trigger the user to click from the search engine results page. So that is what an efficient title tag says. So it is up to you if you want to add a direct, like exact match keyword, the keyword in the front or keyword the end. That is
Logesh,
up to you. Yeah.
Logesh, people are saying like 10 people are screen not visible. Then
Ah,
what happened? They start saying screen is not
ah,
visible.
it should be visible now.
Like because let's get this part checking because it's very important we make.
Yeah. Do you see my screen?
I see your screen, but why don't the people see that
Ah, this is
screen? Like everybody's saying no screen. How come?
now.
So just let's get this.
Okay.
Drop me the YouTube link for them. I will
It's on
drop them.
it's on the Skype.
They're saying all are saying no.
Ah, it should be visible now.
Like everybody started saying no. It's very important. Stop and reshare screen. Some are saying
Okay, let's give it a try.
because if you had your phone on the hand, Logesh, you can go to the PB and Demystify group and have it on the hand while you're doing it. So all these questions would come there. So
Okay.
so that's a very good one, I think. Yeah. Logesh, it's not your screen. I don't know why it's not showing.
Let me check it on my phone.
Yeah. Logesh, it's not your screen. Yeah, screen is not showing.
Let me check it.
So guys, like just a little thing, guys, try to be over here because we're trying to get the screen sorted. 20 people are live, like Logesh on this YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, people are just posting. You can also publish. Okay, guys, like good, you guys told us this one. So Logesh is trying working on that one because it's very important
Now do
what
you
we are
see my
trying to go
screen?
up. I see your screen, Logesh.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
So the
can
people should also see now.
you don't have another PC to just to power it and see that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, on my handphone it doesn't work. And yeah, I'm screen sharing and presenting to everybody. Can you ask them now?
Saying no.
Still no.
Yeah, how good. Like guys, like let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, do you see the screen right now? I ended up sharing my screen. I shared my screen and do you all see my screen? It should say efficient title tag and we're talking about why a title tag should be important and why and how you should really consider about the title tag when you're setting up a site really. Fernando, you share your screen. Yeah, they see my screen, Logesh, right? So
Okay.
Logesh, you also see my screen, right? So let's talk. I will
Okay.
be sharing.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, let's roll it like that.
Okay. So
So I share my screen. So guys, you see my screen, right? Give us some yes, right? Look, and guys, I'm watching it on the handphone, right? So if you guys have any questions, you guys can ask on the group. This chat thread is looking good. So now the screen is shared. Now it's my screen. It should be.
okay. So coming back. So Fernando, can you open a sample example site on your browser so that I can demonstrate the title tag for them?
Why didn't they see that one? Okay, like Lokesh, what screen do you see right now?
Now I actually see the Hangout screen. Now it's a browser.
Where am I? Now where am I? I'm on Google, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let us get the title tag. There, what do you want to show right now?
Now just any example site. It can be ClickDo or any of our clients, anything.
Yeah. So let's get this on Fernando base, right?
Okay.
You guys can see that this is the site which come. This is the title.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, when we hit on some site like this, we are actually targeting for the term like SEO consultant London, right? That's the primary term which is in our focus. So you can see Google takes it in a different way. It puts like Fernando Biz, colon, then the keywords. But when we actually search for the terms SEO consultant London or SEO expert London or any keywords which are relevant to this, right? It will be like SEO consultant hyphen expert local SEO UK will be in the front and Fernando Biz will be at the end, right? So this is something Google automatically changes based on the user request or user queries or whatever. So an efficient title tag is something which is more descriptive in nature, right? So don't just stuff keywords there. So to give you an example of how the keyword stuffing works, Fernando, can you get some other terms like keywords, real keywords? Show them
Lokesh,
examples.
I think you gotta test your screen again, because like people are like telling you they want to see your screen. Just test it out, right? Because I will stop sharing my screen, and can you share your screen? Full share,
Yeah,
because
yeah, sure. So does are the users able to see the screen or do they still have
yeah,
issues?
sure, yeah. On your screen, go pull it off the sliders, pull off the thing.
Okay. Now,
Yeah, I see very well.
okay.
Yeah, let's roll it. Let's roll it, because I'm very sure recording would showcase. Now maybe
Yeah,
yeah, let's do this like this,
yeah,
because it's
okay.
better.
Okay. So coming to examples, right? Say let us take private window. I'm just going to some. So this is how it appears on the web. So Fernando, can you give me some keywords for which we can show them like real examples of some stuffed keywords, right? And how it will reduce the click-through rate.
Yeah, just
So we can just go for like some other terms like SEO services in Chennai. How, what do you
yeah,
think?
look for that. Look for that. Do a lot of India based. A lot of people are from India right now, so just try to
So
help them.
basically, now we are searching for the term like SEO services in Chennai, right? So when you see a website like this, best search engine marketing SEM and SEO company in Chennai, India, right? So does it like you can see the first one SEO in Chennai, SEO company in Chennai, SEO services Chennai? This is like pure keyword stuffing, right? They have just stuffed the keywords. I think this is purely ranking with the domain authority they have, right? But it will be stay assured like these things will not improve the click-through rate, right? You can consider the second thing Chennai SEO company, best SEO company in Chennai in India. So this thing makes a little bit of good sense when compared to the first result, right?
Look, your screen is not
Yeah.
showing. You're reading, but your screen is not showing. Yeah, it's
Now,
not showing. Are you pressing the right button?
yeah, your or share screen sharing and presenting to everyone.
How come it's not sharing?
Ah, this is crazy.
Let me roll this one. Yeah?
Yeah,
Let
now
me
now
let
do
me
they
get
see my screen?
now it's what's the screen you're sharing?
Now it's SEO services in Chennai page, the Google search results.
Yes.
Yes, finally they are able to see me.
Yeah, finally
Okay,
there comes share.
okay,
Yeah,
let's
now it's
continue
showing.
it. Yep, let's continue it. Okay, so SEO in Chennai, right? So this is some term which we have searched for, like which is like SEO in Chennai, right? Nothing more than that, just the term SEO in Chennai. And we are also going to google.com, google.com. Okay, let us run through it faster. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can see like
Let's let's
an
let's flow through. Look here.
so an efficient title tag is something which induces the user to click from the SERPs, right? So in these results, I would definitely say the second one, digital SEO, SEO marketing services company in Chennai. This is the best title, right? So when they remove this like November 6, 2014, when they're able to remove this date, they will definitely jump to first position, right? This is something which is really appreciable, right? So coming to the next things, next is like the description magic, right? So Fernando is the expert when it comes to meta description. Okay, guys. So this
Ooh, nice,
the
right?
basics,
So
right? Like we are like the
the
web
description.
doctors here,
So
right?
guys, right? It's called the meta description. I know it's back in then, like people even like heard it like the meta description doesn't take into consideration, right? But like search for something. Logesh, go for a Google
Yeah.
and
Okay.
search for SEO agency London.
Okay. So I go
Just
to
probably you might have to go to go. I'm also sharing my screen, right? Let me roll this one because I'm
yeah.
sharing my screen. So
Hmm.
show participants. So I'm sharing my screen. I hope you guys are hearing right now. So if I go to Google, I'm sharing my entire screen. Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sharing my entire screen. So if I go to Google, guys, like meta description, right? So if you look for SEO agency London, right? So if you search for that term, you can see this called the meta description. You can see how catchy it's been written in a manner that to increase the click-through rate. And also you can see the keyword gets bolded, right? So what does it mean? It means the crawler gets picked it up, right? It's getting highlighted, right? So that's why it's important you write the story. This is called the story to trigger the psychological thing, because when a person run a query, run a keyword, they get to see this one, right? They would, okay, they want to click of course on the top results, right? But when you have these things written in a manner, it psychologically triggers the people's click through, which is what helps the people to land on your website, right? Then it comes to the on-page tab and all those kind of things. So likewise, and also you can see these things, right? This is the storytelling. The meta description is basically it's the story being told in a manner to increase the click-through rate, and also telling your keywords, because when a person is looking for a SEO agency, you must make sure that keyword is there, right? So those are some of the things that we really end up scoring when we want to get like top ranks. You know, there's like, I mean, I don't even want to highlight the people on the second, but like you see what's missing really, right? So likewise, the meta description is basically telling your story in a manner to trigger the people's click through. And also when the Google bots and the search engine bots come to the site, and then when they look through it, they first look the title tag, then they look the meta description, and then they start reading the body text, right? And also they read the meta keywords, right? So in this webinar, one of the greatest things what you're going to learn about, you must make sure you do the magical, the meta description. You can be too lazy and not do that one, and you cannot do that and not ever achieve the ranks. So this is applicable for the blogs you create, the money sites, all those things. So the answer thing I have to say is like, tell your story in a creative manner, include your keywords, and make sure you stick to 160 characters. Don't go overboard, you know. There's a reason why Google tells it, and all those plugins try to tell it, you know. Just make it very sweet and nice. You can see this one how it's been written. This is creativity at its excel, and you know this keyword, you know, that's how we do it. So let's go to the second part, reading level, right? Is the content readable, grammarly, and explainer? Before Logesh goes to grammarly and explainer, I'll go to the readability of the content. The content, when a person lands it, it's about capturing the person, you know. So having a great title, a highlighted title telling your message, it's very important. You know, you got to tell it in the most amazing manner. So for example, if a people land to your website from SEO consultant London, right, that page should that page should have SEO consultant London. So So it's also on our sites, and if I click to this one, right, you guys can see how the story is been said, right? Because it's about capturing the message. Now, people came from Keyword SEO Consultant London, and this is the ideal message that they want to see that. So looking at this, the content readable. Yes, it's readable. Even at a psychological level, it makes it very easy for people to pick up. Now they came looking after SEO consultant. They land on this page and they're like, yeah, this is it. Number one SEO consultant in UK for local business marketing. And then they are like, okay, let's start reading this one if they want, right? And you also do the conversion optimization that falls into the content presentation. You know, it's the readability. Are there readability falls into this presentation of making it easily visible for the people to take an action. You know, when a person land on your primary goal to keep them, or as quickly as possible give them, make a call, make an inquiry, right? So, and also you can see how I got the keyword like nicely and bolded and all, so the presentation comes down to it. So those are the main, you know, and then when people scroll, you got to have the readability, very clear way of presenting that one, and then capturing the attention. So that's the part of that one, and I'll let Logesh talk about Grammarly and explain how you can use it if you're using those fun content and all those things, or else rewrite content, which is a little bit for those people who are building blogs and want to produce mass amount of content. Okay, Logesh, take it from there from your screen.
So let me share my screen. So now we are going to get details about like Grammarly, right? So people say like Grammarly is not the best way to check if text content is having any kind of errors, right? That's the primary objective of Grammarly. So why I'm insisting to use Grammarly at this point is very simple. We may write unique content, we may write like good content, like it's of good English, it is like more descriptive, more storytelling, or it can be anything. But fundamentally, when it comes to a search engine crawler, say Google, right? It will only find like it will try to find errors to make sure that it is able to compare the content on our website with our competitors, right? So when it comes to comparison, these small errors in grammar mistakes, like say grammar mistakes or whatever, like spelling mistakes, or it can be right, when you use a tool like Grammarly, I'm not promoting Grammarly here, I'm just trying insisting of you people to use any kind of tool which can be used to correct grammatical mistakes or spelling mistakes or whatever, right? So it will make sure that these small like fine nuances of SEO doesn't stop your website from ranking on top, right? So next thing is like explainer text. Yes, that is something like storytelling, right? So that's the fundamental. Say if somebody is looking for an SEO consultant in New Delhi, right? So if he's searching for a SEO consultant in New Delhi, and if he's going to land on your website, if you just show them huge amount of text, right? It is no point. You have to convey the same text in a very fashion forward storytelling so that he will understand it and he will be like more attentive towards the website. Like this is something like conversion optimization, right? So let us go to the next thing, which is like content length. Okay, Fernando, now this is one of the magical parts as well, the length of the content.
So yeah, very important, the content length and everything. Like people, some people would say, and even especially when they're doing a website and even the home pages, they don't want to have more content and they just want to minimize the content and they still want to rank it. You know, I mean, as being in the SEO business and ranking, many industries like going to like the top, like literally not just ranking like on the first page, like really killing it. You know me, right? So I found it like the content really matters. It's the story. You know, you got to make sure, because when you're going after hard competitive keywords, it's very important that you pick up the right the content and the storytelling manner, you know, because the Google have to identify why you should be standing out and rank very well, you know, because we're talking about on page SEO. We're telling you how to score better with on page, you know, before you're going into links and all those things, which is really crucial. But the point when it comes to scoring on the on page wise, it's very important you tell the story in a structured manner. If you, for example, not less than 800 words, which is pretty much the highest, you know, like some people who say, how can I write explaining my story in more than 200 words, 100 words? I mean, that means you just shouldn't be even be on that industry, right? If you're going after Even if you're an event blogger, if you're trying to rank for WhatsApp status, like, yeah, tell what's WhatsApp status, who uses, at some point form, bulletin form presentation, at some titles, which Logesh will come into the next structure. When you're going after a 800-word presentation, it's very important you break it down. It's not just a long piece of content you write for the sake of writing it. No, you got to justify why you write it that long, and fulfill with the points, and back up with some example telling the story. If you're going on to SEO consultant learner, you can see I got that page up, and a very very recent page, not even 2 months, right? So it already ranks on like top 3, 4, 5 right now, and you can see the stories being told in the most authentic manner, and to answering. So if it is a local business owner comes, I'm answering that one. If it is a dentist come, I'm answering that one. So when a Google picks up their seed, okay, look here, this page, when a person is looking for a SEO consultant in London, this answers all those elements. So it's more than even 800 words, it's like 1,000 words. But that's the thing, it's not just the words length, but it's tell in a manner that's to really answer the people's question, who the audience which comes to that page. So yeah, that's a part of that one really. Yogesh.
Yes. So let's go to the content length, and next comes the images, right? So we already know that images play a major role, right? Like easy tips on how to efficiently use them, right? Okay, so that should not be less than 3 images, like in other words, like
People asking, this
should be
background noise is going on.
no.
So yeah, which is fine. Let's roll it.
Okay, so it should not like less of 3 images in in the like landing page itself, right? And we already know some fundamentals, like the image name should have the keywords, it should have related points or synonyms, right? And then it should have alternative text. But the point is, the alternative text should not have keywords, right? Because these days the search engines are very very smart. Okay, so do not stuff the alt text with keywords. Instead, you fill alternative text with something that explains, and that is what recommended to use, right? And then we should strip the meta information from the images if we are downloading images from the web. And the highlight is, today most of the web developers or designers or find it easy to download images from the web, and just but that is a good solution to save the cost of buying a stock image. But still, if you're going to upload the image on your website, you must make sure the meta information is removed from the image. This gives a very negative effect when you just upload the image after downloading it straight away from Google Image Search or from any other website, right? And most of the people use some kind of plugins for image compression. No, don't go with the plugins, right? When it comes to on-page optimization, make sure everything is handmade. Okay, so now I'm recommending you a tool called as Cesium, which is like very friendly, and it gives a huge lossless compression. Okay, and also for all the images, try to add caption, right, which is very helpful. So going to the next thing, keyword density. So now Fernando is the master for
Yeah, so let
yes.
me talk about that one, Logesh, right now, because like some people are really criticizing about the voice and internet's been like terrible, right? I don't know, you don't have anything, anybody else is running internet right now, right?
No,
No,
it's a
any
friendly
bad.
here.
Yeah, no downloads or no backup. No, nobody's watching internet right now at your place, right? Okay, that's
No.
fine. So, okay, guys, I mean, let me answer this question right now. And he said, Fernando, okay, now, no issue. So, right, he says, find the keyword density, right? You don't want to stuff keywords on a particular page. You can see, I talk about my page about, like, if you see this page, right, I'm just highlighting, that's a super page pretty much done in a very authoritative manner. You can see the pinnacles of on page SEO, how it's done if you want to see this page. So, I hope you guys are seeing my screen. Logesh, do you see my screen? Probably.
Yeah, I'm able to see your screen.
Yeah, this you can say that. So the density of the thing. So if you're going after SEO consultant London, you got to add up words like expert, specialist, a freelancer, right, and a consultancy, right? So by telling it, but you don't want to mention it SEO consultant and SEO consultant and SEO consultant and all those kind of things. No, even once is enough. Maybe twice if the story is long with the relevancy. But I would say highly keep it less than 3%. Even if it is less than a 2%, which is fine, right? I would say when you're starting, you should have the keyword at your openings, right? And then at the closings, if you have the keyword, which is good. And then if you have the keyword on a H4 title, which is also very helpful for you, right? But the very thing to keep in the mind, do not overdo the keyword in a stuffing manner. Try to keep it less than 3% and tell the story. So if it is SEO consultant London, you should ideally go SEO expert. It's your specialist as SEO specialist is based and providing consultancy services for businesses that's looking after a specialist who is willing to pay a high price or a low price because they do not like. You see the way of how I'm actually telling them about. This is what's important when you're going after the keyword density. Just write the way you're normally writing it. Only keep in the mind whether you have the keyword at the opening or like something so that it gives the relevancy. Then you're all good to go. Do not overdo it. Try to be less as possible. And this is applicable even when you're doing blogs, because what we're talking about this on-page SEO thing today. After how you can apply that for your blog, how you can those blogs who you guys are at the demystified group, right? Do that if you want to score and rank organically and get organic results. So that's what's going to keep in mind really about the density.
Yeah. Okay. So let me.
H tags, guys, like H tag. Let me jump into a little one.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now you remember Logesh told about the length of the key, the body text. If it is 800 words, right? So if you're going after 800 words or 1000 words, look at it this way. When these tags are titles, just imagine if you write a piece of 800 words in a manner without subtitles, topic titles, and all those things, people would not want to read it, right? And Google is being human and they want to know if you have sectioned your piece of content, which is long, which means you have taken effort to write a good piece of content. But if you are not sectioning it with those titles, for example, if it is a very long, like a 2000 word article or something, right? I would say you go up to H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. But if you're going after like a 800 word article, and a H1 and a H2 and H4 is enough. Maybe you can have a H3, maybe you can even skip that part, right? So because it gives the search engines, because search engines bots are not going to see your page like as a human manner. They know people like pages which is written in a manner, those are sectioned to make it easier for the people to read. And then they know if they send the traffic, the person who's looking for that search query to that kind of a page, to that like of a page, it will be much more better. People will spend time, people will read it, it will help the people. So that's the primary objective of the search engine. So you got to keep that in mind. And H1 always falls in if you are on a WordPress, so your blog article title falls as a H1. So you're not really needed to go about and do another H1. Even if you're doing a page, the page title becomes a H1. So that's enough, right? Page one. And then you can start with a little description, and then you can go for H2. And if it's a shorty, just imagine it's like a 300 word piece of a page of content, then I would just like have my title tag H1. I wouldn't even really consider about a H2, but I might go for a H4, right? There is a reasons about H4 when it comes to WordPress, and also if it is not a WordPress site, you can still do H4 title from the code. I'll talk about H4 later, but in this one, I'm not going to talk about H4 really, because that's a real topic about H4 and the power of H4. But you get my point already, right? So you know now to go about it or not to go about it. So that's about it. So that's a structure or manner of using it effectively, and it's all about making the reader easy, just making them quickly skip through. And then one more thing, if your title is sexy, people will click to your article, right? So even when your site ranks on Google, if your title is sexier and amazing, capturing, as Logesh talks about in this one, the importance of title tag, because we came to realization that if the title tag is not attractive and it's not good enough, even if you're ranking on the top, people tend to click even a second result, third result, fifth result. It's very important if you are into commercial SEO and trying to get the local rankings, and also if you're an event blogger, so your title has to be sexy and it comes as the H1, and then the title tag structure falls in like this one. Okay, so that's about it, Logesh. I mean, that's what I had to mention about the H titles. I think I pretty much covered it. If you have anything you can mention about it, or if not, we can move to the next one.
Yeah, that's it. That like you have said everything about hashtags, and we have already discussed about the keyword prominence and all as well. Now it's time for outbound links, right? Can you move on
Yeah,
to the 10th slide?
yeah. Keyword prominence and
Yeah,
the
that's done.
order.
That's
That's
already
done.
done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it? Did I win? Right. Keyword prominence
yeah,
and order. Yeah, I think I mentioned it on the
yeah.
title
You
tags.
have mentioned.
Okay, then let's move to outbound links, guys.
Yes. So outbound links, right? When it comes to outbound links, most of the people today we just stick to Wikipedia, but that's not the only case, right? When it comes to outbound links, you can actually link to your competitors who are not in your business. Say, for example, if you want to rank a website which is trying to sell photography backdrops, right? You can better give your outbound link to a photographer who is competing to rank for some term like photographer in that particular city, right? And this creates some relevancy. And you can also link to Wikipedia page of photography, that is well and good. But when you give the link structure in this way, your objective is to rank for photography backdrops, right? Or in a photography backdrops in a particular country. Okay. And if that is the case, and if you're giving like out links from that website, you can actually say like these are our customers who are buying photography backdrops from us. You can just showcase the photographer's website links. You can just add a logo. This is one efficient and smart way to give outbound links. And the second one is already commonly I mentioned, like link to a Wikipedia page, that is good. But you can also try to adapt this link to
Because yeah, let me jump into that one. Right, let me jump
yeah,
into that one because everybody's linking to Wikipedia, and who on earth do you think Wikipedia is most authority? Yes, because I'm like, we are outrank Wikipedia for pretty much a lot of terms right now. Because then
yeah,
we realize because even our Google is coming out, everybody's linking to Wikipedia thinking it's the most authoritative, and also
yeah,
Wikipedia can be edited, right? Any joker can edit it, and it takes time. So relevancy, word, I'm like, not really. And also, I'll tell you an example. When you're studying in UK, which I studied, they don't take Wikipedia as a referencing point. If you're when it comes to Harvard referencing, it strictly says Wikipedia is not a proper source of place to get information. If you're reading about this country, what's this country's population, yes, it's fine. But anything else, don't really worry. So you see the point. You do not need to link to Wikipedia. Just link to something else, really. Link what's you said to be good. Link to your competition. Link to your competition in your town, in the market you're operating. You know why? Link it and make it no follow. Right? That's how you should be doing the link it and make it no follow. When it's like no link juice is passed, but it's a no follow link. We do that one very specifically right now. When we're going
yes,
after our local business operating clients, like from our blogs, we would link to the competitor who's actually ranking, and also we link to our the clients, because like it's very good, and you make when you're linking to the company, you make it no follow. That's how you do outbound links. Give a lot of outbound links. Outbound links are all about giving the relevancy, basis if
yes,
you're publishing. So let's going back to the if you're building blogs that needs to get traffic, you need to link
yes,
out to a lot of sources. You see those authority blogs, how many they link out to? They link out to so many blogs, which is good. That says
yes,
to Google, this site is writing to cater the web. It has relevancy. It has referencing points. So we apply that for when we are creating blogs. All right, it takes time, but that's how you build blogs that get traffic from Google. So in this demystified group, if you're looking after building blocks that get traffic overall, when you have those blocks built for like 6 months, they should attract a lot of traffic. If you've written your post in a manner sticking into the on page the fundamentals which we mentioned, the content length, the title tag, the keywords, the title, the h1 tags and all, you're scoring already. You are in a likable manner, and than any other blogger who's just writing for the sake of writing and building those blogs to get backlinks. No, you build it to serve the web, and you have a lot of outbound links, so it becomes very authentic blogs, right? So those authentic blogs are good to rank, good to get traffic. They are done to serve the web and make it nice. So that's about it on the outbound links. I think we went
yeah,
very well on outbound links. So let's go to OBL link theme, right? So related. Okay, okay, just float on that one a little bit and then
we
I'll
have
jump.
actually discussed that. So next thing is about the video. We can go to the next slide.
Did you go about the OBL link theme? Relate
Yes,
with normal anchor? Yes, we talked about it,
that's
right? So
already
that's what I
talked
mentioned.
about it.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
talked
we can
about
go to the
that,
next
guys, right?
video.
So the video, let you talk, then I jump in.
Yeah, sure. So when it comes to video, many people do a common mistake. They embed the videos which are being uploaded to their personal profiles on YouTube. That's a big mistake. What you have to do is upload the video to the official channel of the property which is trying to rank on the web. Right? This is the scenario. Say for example, if you have a property like abc.com, you have to upload the video on YouTube, and the highlight is that YouTube channel must be connected to the property abc.com, and then you have to upload the video on that particular YouTube channel, embed it using an iframe, right? That is the best practice. And the next thing is, don't just stick with YouTube, go for Vimeo, and there are many other video hosting platforms on the web. Try to make use of all the platforms, right? YouTube is the best way, but still don't just stick to YouTube, right? And the next important thing is like the YouTube channel must be linked with the website, which most of the people miss it, right? Because when you search for the brand name, you must make sure that all the videos of that particular brand name should be listed in the search results. And if it is missing, it is like, I'm very confident that you have not linked your website with the YouTube channel. It is not just like a backlink. It is something like when you go to YouTube, you have to add your website and get it done. That is it, right? So that is all about this video. Fernando, would you like to add any more information to this slide?
Yeah, video uploading of the thing. Logesh pretty much covered it, and having a YouTube pretty much help it. You know, having a YouTube, and because Google is a YouTube, and YouTube is a Google product as well. They own it and all, right? And having a YouTube also a video on a particular page or your post helps in the on-page time, which actually nowadays helping in SEO really. You know, so if you drive the traffic organically, and if they have a video to watch it, people would like it, right? I mean, if you have the fundamentals of the content writing strategy guide, which is good, so people would read it. But if you have a video, people would tend to watch it, and also it's helped with SEO a lot, you know. So YouTube channel must be linked with the website. Pretty much Logesh covered that part. So that's about the videos, guys, right? So now we move into the internal linking, how
Yeah,
Wikipedia has done it, right? Let Logesh talk it, then I'm going to jump in and talk about it.
yeah. So when it comes to internal linking, we can blindly link with straight up direct anchors, right? We can make a note of it here. Do internal linking with direct anchor text, right? There is like there's nothing correct or wrong with that, okay? But make sure you're not manipulating the content in a way to put a link. That is what Google takes into this view. When a content is naturally flowing, you can easily add internal links to it. Like say if you want to rank for a particular city for a particular service, you can go with direct anchors. But the mistake that people do is they get the content, they jump in the middle of the text and then they will put a word which is a keyword, and then they will link to the page. That is absolutely wrong, right? So just try to make sure the internal linking happens with direct anchors in the way that the content is flowing. Don't jump in and stuff the keywords and link internally. That is a big mistake. It will give you a negative effect, right? And the quality of internal linking is very very important. That's what I say. Do internal linking with the content which is readable. Don't jump in, put the keywords and link it, right? And then create relevancy between the pages. Say for example, you're linking from a page which says we are giving web designing service, and you're actually linking to a page that provides SEO services. That is good, but you should not go pretty much beyond the scope, right? If you're having any other kind of services, right, say like irrelevant related to web designing, right? So don't blast it with internal linking in that fashion, right? So for instance, if it is a landing page which focuses on web development, you can definitely link to SEO, you can definitely link to logo designing, but don't go and link to a page which says something like browser designing. And don't go and link to a page which says something very different like online marketing, right? So you have to create narrowed down scopes inside your website structure and make the internal linkings perfect, right? So that is what you have to do. So create internal linking with pure relevance, guys. Okay, so next one.
Yeah, that's about internal linking, guys. You know, like you got internal linking has to be Nicely done. Right. So, like, see the thing, I mean, even on the Wikipedia, one thing, their internal linking is very powerful. That's one of the reasons they are as a site which picks up very well, right? With highly relevancy, right? So even if you see this page, right? Let me, yeah, that page, you can see how I have done the internal linking, consult various businesses. Then it links to our portfolio page and our clients and all. So it says it various business. So the internal linking is done in a manner, actually started as a freelancer. So you can see this perfectly on internal linking, this all falls into very internal linking, and that's what gives the prominence, and Google starts sending traffic. This page various keywords. I'm like, what's the page you found? They're like, yeah, I found you on this page. And then what's the keyword you use? And they're like, find a SEO consultant near search can evolve, right? So that would be one of their things, because of the internal ranking stuff. It talks about the thing. So the same thing you can go about and apply on your blogs and all those things you are creating. It's very important when you're doing the internal linking. Don't overdo keyword rich anchors, but give it with relevancy, various businesses, right? So some naked URL link, you just give it, so the story is being sent in a manner that it links to give the people the best relevant information, So make sure the internal link is done a very high stuff, and it's very important. And now we're going to talk about URL structure, which is very much like a secret, So, Logesh, you want to talk about it a little?
Yes, a little,
Logesh, yeah.
not
Okay.
fully. Can give some tips.
Okay.
The first thing that many people does is very simple. If you want to rank for like a web designing company in New Delhi, right? What they do is domain.com/web hyphen designing hyphen company hyphen in hyphen New Delhi. That is what people do, and that's the biggest mistake that can kill your website, right? Don't stuff those terms directly in the URL structure. Instead, go with the URL architecture, guys, right? So this is something very specific which we use for most of our websites to rank, right? Most of the client websites which we directly implement this technique, and we are planning for a complete session of this URL architecture. This is just a sample of it, right? I'm just going to say what you should not do, and there will be a separate hangout of what you must do. Is that okay, Fernando?
Yeah, that's very good on the URL structuring, right? This one,
Yes.
what we are Lokesh is going to talk about is the having a shorter URL, right? Because even
Massively
especially
important.
your domain name, very branded name. Now, see, even on the ClickDo, very short and sweet and remember, right? BBC, short, right? That's how you go on Amazon, just one word, Build brands, have a keyword which is very short and sweet and everything is good. So that's how your blog should be, right? Even when you are placing or joining URLs like page URLs, have it very creatively. Don't overdo it and go long. Even when you're doing a blog article URL, make sure it's pretty raw, like short. I'll show you an example. If you're, for example, you can see how we rank like SEO for magicians, right? Right? So you can see the URL structure, very nice and short and sweet, right? And we rank number one, SEO for magicians, right? So if I say SEO hero, like, I mean, these are blog article pages, like you can see, right? Boom, very structured, very like nice, and everything is being given. Don't overdo, don't do, go it like this. Like, I mean, they're okay, but like, don't go long URLs, right? Try to have a short and sweet story, and then you will end up ranking very good. So that's about the URL structures, and let's move to text formatting.
Yeah. So text formatting is very simple. Like most of the people of us know, like very bold, italic, underline, block quotes, and things like that. But it's all about how wisely you use it and what is the frequency of using these text formatting, right? And the very important thing that I should insist here is don't just highlight the keywords with text formatting, right? We have many other things as well. Say like highlight the words which are like very important. Say if you're going to speak about, and if they, let us take an example, you want to rank for something like SEO consultant. Okay, so SEO consultant London is the keyword which you want to rank for. So basically you must give the text formatting priority for keywords, like for terms that are not keywords, right? So you can actually give the text formatting for businesses we take, like our clients, our portfolio, or you can say something like the techniques that we use for search engine optimization. So those are the words which must be included in text formatting. The mistake that everybody does is they just go on bold, italic, and underline SEO consultant, and SEO consultant, and SEO consultant. Please don't do it. Use text formatting for terms which matters the most, like highlight the words which are really important. Okay. Yes, Fernando, that's explained very simple way.
Yeah, that's explain. I'm answering some people on the while on the thing, so let me drop a.
Yeah, okay, shall we go to the NAP insertion?
Yeah, text formatting. Just go to the map part, right?
Yes, NAP insertion.
So yeah, now guys, we go into the nap insertion, and Logesh is the pro of that one. And let's tell what's nap and quickly go to that one. Time
NAP
is
is,
rolling. We gotta quickly, yeah.
let's quickly finish it. NAP is very simple: name, address, and phone number insertion on the website. It is like we can do it very simple way. Like just in the footer of the website, insert the name, address, and phone number. But the point is, you must use schema, right? This is something which most of the people doesn't do. What you have to do is go to schema.org, pick the syntax, just insert the name, address, and phone number in the footer of the website, and just insert like embed the map, like use iframe and embed the map on the website footer, and you can easily get the local like local rankings. Say for example, if you search for some terms in a particular city, and if you want your client website's map listing to be on the top three for the same keyword, this is a simple solution for you. Insert name, address, and phone number with schema, and then put the website, like embed the website on the website, embed the map on the website footer, and you can easily rank it, right? So last slide is fine tuning. Nando, so you want to say something about fine
Yeah,
tuning?
right. So about this nap part, it helps really, right? I mean, so as you said, like if you're a local business or else you want to build authentic blog, inserting this nap part really helps into you to score the pinnacle ranks and make things easier. It's all about making authentic blog, which looks very good, done to serve, done with the details. All those things are legitimate and all. So that's why the nap insertion is helpful and it's very good of inserting the nap. And now if you go to the fine tuning, right? If your page is ranking on top 6, concentrate more on fine tuning the text content, right? So now it's maybe you got to study. Now you're kind of like, I don't know how good you guys are in the Google Analytics, which we might do a Google Analytics pro level session as well later, right? You can see where the people land on your site. This particular page, when if this page is ranking on top 6, you got to go to Google Analytics and see the on-page time, and also where the people bounce out from that page. Do people really bounce out from that page in less than a minute, right? So now it's fine tuning. So if people bouncing out from the page very soon, as soon as they come, that means the page is having a very likely that it will drop its rank, so rather going up no matter how much links you're going to build. So you have to work on things like increasing the on-page time, and also to trigger people to spend the time, maybe like watching a video and then having a call to action to trigger to visit to another page, which increases that page relevancy, and proceeding to another particular page on the site. So then it becomes that page needs to go up. The analytics send the signals to Google stating like this page is good and it needs to go up. People liking the page and what they are reading about, right? And then your meta description, right? You can fine tune it further even, right? Highlights it something, put the number. You can see how I have got the telephone mark and things like that. Increase the click through, because when your click through is high, and also you can see things like if you go like I had this one of the pages. I think I installed it was just little shuffling today. Yes, I do got ranking on here, and so if I look for SEO expert, I would say, right? Let's look for SEO expert in UK, right? So if you see my this page, you can see this. This is all about increasing the click through rate, right? So it's a very high-end in certain thing. This would be in our premium section. You will teach people how to literally increase, insert these kind of things. Like if you Google terms like orthodontist, you can see how we insert these things to increase the on page, and we even ended up like pretty much outrank even Wikipedia. Many clients are ranking on this term, right? So this is how you work on increasing the fine tuning of the particular page to bounce from number 6 to the top. So those are the things, and the content readability, on page time with the analytics, which we'll talk about on that one. So that's it, guys, right? So pretty much we talk about this subject. We want to keep it very short, but we have already probably gone over, how long we've done it? More than 30 minutes now? Logesh?
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
How long we done? Whoa, we have done 1 hour, right? So basically, webinars runs for 1 hour, which is pretty good. All you guys came and supported very good, right? I can see a bunch of like 100+ comments on the PB and the demystified group. So you guys ask the question, you guys can further ask the question, ask on the YouTube channel below any questions that we should be answering personally for everybody. And then we're planning to do more and more of those hangouts, right? You can drop the topics that you need to cover, and we really hope what we taught on this one is what you need to go and apply for your any blog. Even when you're building blog networks or wanting to increase your ranks, all those kind of things, stick those fundamentals. Don't try to make dodgy content, spam content. Don't do that shit, right? So take your time, build it to make the web always authentic. That's what we do at ClickDo. We achieve even the ranks with the long-term perspective when we serve a client, all those things, because that's about making the web a very beautiful place. So Logesh, do you want to add anything about that? A little bit of a message for those people who
you have said everything.
So that's it. So we're going to wrap this thing up, and this will be saved, right? So we might keep it for a day or so on this channel, and then we might download it and upload it on the demystified group. So if you guys are not on the demystified channel, the Facebook group, try to join in over there and drop all your questions and tell us what we need to cover next time in our 60 seconds of awesomeness, and then we're going to really aim to do a lot of this. So all you guys, thank you for coming, and if you really like this session, I would really appreciate if you go to clickdo.co.uk, and and also on the reviews. I mean it's up to you what you feel about if you're serving the web and things like that. Ask us question, drop us a review, give us some feedback, and so that's the thing on this one. And then some people I know gonna think about a blog. Really, should I show a blog for them?
Yeah, we can show a blog. That will be good.
You can show a blog, right? So guys, if you see this blog, which is you can see this one, which I shared it on the group, right? So pretty much it's a nice looking blog. It has about us page, it has a contact page, right? So if you go to the dashboard, this is how it looks like. You want to see some plugins, how it looks like, right? I'll show these things to you guys, right? So we have bot blocker, which is kind of like blocking some of the bots, So we just have to increase bot blocker, which you can go to the bot blocker page and get this one from here. You can just what's happening on that? You can download the plugin, test this out, right? Get this plugin, listen to this thing, really, and you can get the bot blocker, and you have all the help section, which Vasant had covered about the sections of installing that, right? So you put the bot blocker, which is like you don't want all those competitors and everybody to start ending up going and checking the page, So that's why you will need it. And for the selected 10 people, I'm going to give access to this site, and pretty much how to build this blog and how we will be building. You guys are going to join in, you guys are going to go in, and you're going to see a blog, how you will be sticking into should we do a publication right now and do a little bit of a linking? Let's keep it to the next section, right? Because the 10 people who are going to come on board right now are going to see this site. So all those 10 people, let me do a Logesh, go to Facebook. Or do you have the Facebook on your phone right now? Go to Facebook and see who should be here. So
okay.
No way. Don't use it, right? So so let's pick the 10 people to go inside the first 10 commenters will get access. Right, so that's about it, guys. I'm not going to expose on this one. We showed it, as I said, on the live session. And then all you guys, thanks for coming. And we're going to wrap this thing up. It's a very good webinar we did. And Lokesh, let's close it. Yeah, wrap this thing down.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you for watching this webinar. Bye.